Let's talk about musicsupervisor.com. How did that come about, Barry?
I'd been writing songs for film and TV. I worked with Steve Tyrell and Barry Mann at their company. Steve had actually grown up in Houston, where I grew up. He came back, and my name came up a bunch, and he said, "Well, let's get him out here." And I kind of took a couple trips, and each trip I'd put a song in a movie. The first one I had a song in Extremities with Farrah Fawcett, and James Russo. It was his first film. It was based on a play, and Steve Tyrell, he was an ex-promo guy. I mean, he's got a singing career now, but he was just crazy. I walked in, "Yeah, Barry, come on over here. Yeah, I'm here sitting with the director. You got a song?" And I pull out one of my DATs, and pop it in. And it's like in there for 8 seconds. There's a Porsche pulls up and I had produced my band. And it's like, "You always make it look so, all right, that's perfect."
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those, you blink. And so I got that in. And then the next one, I had a band called New Toys in Houston, and we were like the coolest guys. We were packing all the rooms, and we started making a record, and I wrote a song called Last Mistake. And it was a Jeff Bridges movie, Jeff Bridges, Roseanne Arquette, Oliver Stone script, but horror, not a good movie. But I got a song in that. The second trip, I'm going, "Guys, I'm leaving the band. This LA stuff, it's easy,
Yeah.
And so I ran off and worked with Steve and Barry, and Barry is such a cool guy, and what a songwriter. And he really only wrote with me once. And about 6 months later, I kind of got everything, and it just changed my writing forever. It's such an impact. I don't know if I'm super stupid or whatever, but like we'd go from the first verse and you do a set of chords, and okay, now we're doing the second verse. I'm changing the chords. I'm going, "You could do that?" And Barry's like, "Change keys, chords, anything you want, And so that I really realized it helped me more break rules. And then Steve he got into the supervision stuff a lot. And I ended up, between the stuff he did, I ended up having 200 songs in film and TV. And I started scoring movies, which I'm not really great at, and I would always go, "Oh, I'm just bored with these pop songs." And then I'd score a movie, and it's like, "Yipe, yipe, I just want to write a song, get me back." And
Yeah.
so I had a career that was really good, where I'd do like a TV show, produce a couple records, score a movie, which is really a terrible career path because you're not known for any one thing. Ask 4 different people what I do, and they get 4 different answers. And I was a pretty strong singer, so I was singing a lot of people's backgrounds and demos and things like that. And long story short, my dad had a stroke, and I had 4 kids, and they kind of didn't, they'd been away from home for a long time. And I was talking to my 9-year-old. I said, "Hey, I got tickets at the Wilton for Fountains of Wayne. Do you want to go see him?" He goes, "Do you have backstage passes?" Because I don't think so. But okay. And both my daughters were getting dating age, so I got to kind of support my family. Spend the last years with my dad. Ruin my daughter's dating lives. They both went off to college. Don't ask, don't tell. I'm good. Now they're both married, happily married with grandchildren. So I'm going, all great. And my the 9-year-old went to North Texas, and it's really talented, and so it all worked out good. But I was trying to figure out what I could do, and I came up with the idea of, there was a lot of things to make me, a lot of software to make enable me to make music. But when it came down to licensing, I would take over. I wanted to work on cool indie films, and they wouldn't have much of a budget, so I'd say, "Look, I'll score it. I'll be the music editor. I'll be the music supervisor. I'll write songs if you need them, whatever you need. I want to just do the whole thing." And so I said, what if I created software for licensing music? All my friends have songs. I've got songs. And went to some Texas oilmen. Yay, Jim Stanka. And, had to have a breakfast or lunch with them. And he goes, "Well, hell, I like movies, and my wife likes movies. Will 50 grand get you started?" "Yes, sir, it will." I take the money, but I took the money. And he brought in some friends and everything, and raised 1.8 million, and built 20 years ago, almost to the month, I built musicsupervisor.com. And we now represent about 20,000 labels and libraries from 79 countries. And we're pitching 5,000 to 15,000 songs a month.